Yes, Sorry, Kishore. Yeah, good evening, students. The session will start soon by 6 o'clock. So let's wait for more time for more students to join.
Amrita Vishwavidyapitham, India's leading multi-campus, multidisciplinary research academia, accredited A by NAAC. Being one of the topmost research institutions, Amrita is a great choice for engineering. Our BTech programs are carefully curated to include latest industry updates and research practices. Amrita has a central focus on research-based learning, enabling students to gain skills in their choice of futuristic engineering domains. With well-planned campus infrastructure, research centers in emerging technologies, modern labs, well-stocked library and sports facilities, Amrita offers unmatched engineering facilities to all its students. At Amrita, we were able to offer placements to 95% of our students in spite of the pandemic situation prevailing in the country by the means of online recruitment drives. Top companies world over, like Cisco, Microsoft and SAP Labs, have chosen Amrita students to work with them on futuristic engineering projects. Our engineering courses are future-focused, with all our engineering programs centered on gaining 21st century engineering skills. We try to include the following essential skills in all our engineering courses to help our students sculpt careers: logical thinking, reasoning and problem-solving ability, interrogative questioning, research and innovation capabilities, adaptability, self-management and self-assessment, oratory and written communication skills, leadership, teamwork and collaborative capabilities, tech friendliness, interpretation and analysis, civic, ethical, economic, environmental and social literacy, health and wellness comprehension, public health and safety. Amrita also includes research projects and initiatives like Live-in Labs and HUTs. The university curriculum has been developed with a holistic approach that promotes multidisciplinary experimental learning. Implementing the application of learned theory in real-world settings, the programs offered are updated to match the changing face of engineering and technology-related careers worldwide. Amrita School of Engineering has carefully designed a credit-based curriculum that incorporates futuristic electives that are both industry-specific and research-oriented. The entire syllabus is developed with substantial contributions from industry experts and scholars. With the goal of building an innovative and research-based system, students will develop a solution-oriented perspective as well as strong ethical standards as a result of the programs. We believe in contributing to a better tomorrow, and all our courses are intended for 360-degree student development. Be a part of Engineering the Amrita Way today.
Good evening, students. Let's just give a few more minutes so that all the eagerly waiting engineering aspirants can join. I know a lot of you are eagerly waiting to hear what exactly we can do or what kind of opportunities that are there in mechanical engineering, especially at Amrita. Let's just give a couple of minutes more before we give enough time and space for other students to join. So please remember, you can pose your questions in the chat box. You can ask any question, any doubt related to mechanical engineering and admission related inquiries. Anyway, we have a Friday series. Please utilize this session to get to know more about mechanical engineering. Okay, so I think it's the time now is 6:02. Let's just start the session by 6:04. We'll give two more grace time for students to join. So please keep or just wait for a few more minutes to have a very interactive session.
Amrita Vishwavidyapeetham, India's leading multi-campus, multidisciplinary research academia, accredited A by NAAC. Being one of the topmost research institutions, Amrita is a great choice for engineering. Our BTech programs are carefully curated to include latest industry updates and research practices. Amrita has a central focus on research-based learning, enabling students to gain skills in their choice of futuristic engineering domains. With well-planned campus infrastructure, research centers in emerging technologies, modern labs, well-stocked library and sports facilities, Amrita offers unmatched engineering facilities to all its students. At Amrita, we were able to offer placements to 95% of our students in spite of the pandemic situation prevailing in the country by the means of online recruitment drives. Top companies world over, like Cisco, Microsoft and SAP Labs, have chosen Amrita students to work with them on futuristic.
Yes, students, that's enough time we have given for any late joinees to be part of the session, and don't miss the introduction part. So a warm welcome to all the engineering aspirants today who are eagerly waiting to know all about mechanical engineering. A warm welcome actually, because today we will be unveiling the machinery of tomorrow, because exploring mechanical engineering is some way connected to unveiling machinery of tomorrow. So we welcome you to an illuminating disclosure that dwells into dynamics and ever evolving realm of mechanical engineering. Today, actually, we gather, explore the intricacies, innovations, and impact of this foundational discipline that lies at the heart of modern technology. Because in a smart age that we live in today, where there is continuous and rapid technological advancements, actually unprecedented challenges, mechanical engineering actually stands as a beacon of innovation. Actually, it is pushing boundaries constantly, and from powering our industries or designing cutting edge transportation systems or shaping our sustainable future or healthcare systems, mechanical engineers are at the forefront. Today, we have esteemed panelists who bring a wealth of expertise and experience from diverse sectors within mechanical engineering. They are our esteemed educators, researchers, and practitioners in our Amrita University, each contributing their unique perspectives and insights to the discussion we are about to embark on. Today in this session, to be a brief, we will be having a disclosure of what exactly is manufacturing automation or sustainable energy and environmental conservation or biomechanics and healthcare and transportation mobility. There are some new age terms which you keep on hearing these days, but as we navigate through these topics, we exactly understand as an mechanical engineer in Amrita, how you are getting equipped with these new age terms. Okay, so please, we invite all of you to engage actively, post questions, share your insights, queries. Together, let's unravel the complexities or possibilities and get inspired to become problem solvers of the future. Okay, so without further ado, let me introduce to the esteemed panelists that we have in our presence today. First of all, Dr. Karthik, Assistant Professor, sir, from Mechanical Engineering Department, Coimbatore. He got a PhD, interfacial, interfacial instabilities in twin fluid atomizers, and he's from Amrita University, Coimbatore. A hearty welcome to you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. Our next panelist is Dr. Subrajit Bhaumik sir. He is also an associate professor, mechanical engineering from Chennai campus. So he got masters in computer aided design and he and his doctoral degree in tribology. A hearty welcome to you, sir.
Thank you, Suresh. Thank
Yes,
you
sir.
very much.
We have our third panelist, Krishnan sir, assistant professor, mechanical engineering, and from he is also from Coimbatore campus. He got masters and he completed PhD. He is also and he's one of our esteemed panelists today to take part in this. A hearty welcome to you also, sir, Krishnan sir.
Thank you.
Yes. So then let me start this discussion, sir. Sir, one doubt I have even before we dwell into this kind of discussions to make it more have a conversation kind of thing. Today, lot of students thinks a core engineering branch like mechanical might not have opportunities or might not actually give me a better or safe future. So there are a lot of doubts and fears in a student when they have given the choice of choosing an engineering branch, and especially when they have a decision to make: should I join a mechanical engineering program at Amrita? So, Karthik sir, my first question is to you: exactly what distinguishes the mechanical engineering program at Amrita University from other institutions? Can you just brief us about this, sir?
Actually, our curriculum is based on the inputs we get from our alumni, from the industrialists, from eminent professors in reputed institutes, and we focus more on research and also on value education. Even though the first few things what I cited is available in many colleges, last one called value education, which is missing in many of the colleges. So here we give more focus on value education. Values means not only the values based on humanity, values based on engineering.
Sir, that's rightly said, sir. Now you told there are values that are required for to become a successful engineer, and these are the core importance as a mechanical engineering graduate or a mechanical engineering student in Amrita will be getting. But integrating these values, sir, Bhaumik sir, can you just highlight? Because when you add values to any program or any course, they should be actually showcasing these things. By the way they study in Amrita, maybe they should come out of some good research or projects that can actually showcase these values. Are there any outstanding, or can you highlight any recent research or projects undertaken by either students or faculty in mechanical engineering department, sir? Bhaumik sir, can you just
Yes, like my colleague Dr. Karthik has already told a very important terminology, like engineering value education. Now, if we look into the environment of Amrita, any of the campuses, uh, as soon as anyone comes into any of the campuses, they will be welcomed with all the industry-sponsored laboratories. So industry-sponsored laboratories are the places where we groom talents in terms of research, which is under the supervision of very experienced faculties who themselves are either from industry or from the industrial expert who work, who collaborate with us in various projects. Now, these projects are mostly of translational research oriented, which means the students, they work on live mechanical components. Like in Chennai campus, we have laboratories in mechanical engineering sponsored by industries worth of more than 1.5 crores. And there are a lot of researches are being done in terms of product development with the industries, in terms of patent, which are also in which students are also a part of our group, in terms of failure analysis of many of the mechanical components which we receive from field in engineering. So these are few of the researches which goes on. Now, you will be surprised to know that in all our campuses, like in all our laboratories, these research-oriented laboratories, our mechanical engineers, they also work on AI and ML tools. So now it is not, like if you look into the mechanical engineering, people have a dilemma that we will be working only on the lathe machines, in the shaper machines and all. Yes, those are there. I'm not saying those are not there. Those are there, but the present generation of mechanical engineers in Amrita, they are also equipped with the AI and ML tools. So just imagine when they are training, when a third year guy, a final year guy, they are getting trained under the professors. They are working on developing new materials using those tools. So a mechanical engineer who is good in code engineering, as well as he is also very good in coding and using of those tools. So you have a very, bombastic combination. So any of these engineering courses, at the end of the day, it looks for the employment. So a core engineer with all the present necessities is what is being taught in Amrita in all the campuses. So this is the research we have. So there are a lot of research articles, very high-end research articles, which comes out from each of these industry-sponsored labs. So whenever anyone visits their lab, they can easily see the work which goes on.
Yes, sir, that's rightly said. There is a whole ecosystem that has been already set up in our university, as you told, and that too sponsored by industries. That's a very good way, actually, where they already understand, or the labs are already set up according to the requirements of the industry or the skills that are required by the industry. And that is rightly said, that lot of research or projects that are undertaken by our students with the help of faculty and with the help of the departments in respective campuses. Sir, but Indikrishnan sir, my question is in these lines, because today, if you want to do any research project, or if I want to pursue further a higher education, automatically a graduate, a student today requires a lot of help from university, because it's not easy to publish a research paper. It's not easy to actually complete a project without support from university's side. So actually, what kind of support university actually offers today for students interested in pursuing higher education or pursuing research in mechanical engineering? Can you please let us know?
Sudhir, thank you. Good evening to all. So the question that Sudhir has posed right now, I think it needs to be split into two parts. One is the support from the management side, and the other one is the support from the faculty side. If you look at objectively speaking, management has been very much supportive in inculcating the kind of research aptitude in all the students. There's a conducive environment where faculty are provided seed grants to conduct individual independent research, and for which there is a requirement that the students must be part of those projects. To answer the second part, that is the support from the faculty. Writing a paper or writing a project doesn't happen overnight. It's a very tedious task, and it requires a lot of grooming. The kind of mentoring that happens in our campuses across various branches also, uh, they ensure that there is a student and teacher interaction happening every week as part of mentoring. And mentoring is not just about the academics part of it. It's all about how to support and sustain a friendly approach inside the campus. So yes, the answer is very straight. It, Amrita is a conducive environment for research, for all kinds of innovative practices, and management equally supports all the with all the facilities. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Sudhir sir,
That's
just to add two
yes,
more
sir.
points to
Yes, sir.
what my colleague said.
Yes.
Students are encouraged to join any faculty during their 4 year stay here. They can start their parallel research, they can publish papers, and if they come up with a term papers, they will be given extra credit during the grading process. So in that way, we encourage students to focus on high-end research. Thank you.
Yes, yes, sir.
Thank
That's
you,
very
Karthik.
good to know. Thank you, Nikishan sir and Karthik sir, because today it's all about taking an initiative. If a student today, after coming into Amrita, he takes up an initiative as you both guys are portrayed, so he has a very good chance to actually have a good research paper in his hands or good project in his hands, and we as a faculty or as a management are there to support him and provide him that platform. That's rightly said, sir, from both of you.
Yeah,
But
but so they
yes, sir.
just to add,
Yeah.
yeah. So see, the students know sometimes they feel so much motivated, and if you just go online, we see search the papers, we'll find many of the authors of various research papers are our own students,
Okay.
and sometimes we also become so much surprised the observations they make,
Yes.
being a UG undergraduate students, and when they keep on working in the lab, such motivated students, and they give some of those beautiful observations from the experimental results. We also get surprised. Whoa, it's a nice observation which you have made, and which is at par of a master's degree, or you can say sometimes I get students where they get such post questions which we never thought of. But
Yes.
these shows how they are well protected, and they are they are groomed up, and they are free to use the labs anytime. So that is what all my colleagues, we all here support with the students as well as with the management. Yeah.
Yes, sir, but it's good, very good to hear from the faculty that how much far students are going to learn and observing things that are even ignored at faculty level. So we see that that means the ecosystem that is there in Amrita is equipped actually to give that space to students. So that's what all the students or aspiring students should observe, how much freedom for a student to a student is having actually if they are entering into Amrita University to pursue research or higher academics. Sir, Karthik sir, but one thing that actually every parent used to ask when it comes to mechanical engineering, everybody thinks there is a hands-on work involved in a mechanical engineering department because either it's a lacquer machine or whatever equipment they're working on. So how does actually our university integrate hands-on learning experiences or the practical applications into the curriculum actually?
So it's a good question. The curriculum in the last decade has changed. When we were students, we were having labs which are not parallel with the theory part. Now we have something called lab integrated courses where they whatever they study in the class, they will be confirming it in the lab immediately. Immediately means not in the same day, maybe on the week. Okay. Then we have something called live-in labs where they will go to different villages or maybe some location nearby to the college where they will find some engineering problems which they can help the society. Say, for example, helping them in getting a better agricultural yield, helping them in constructing small check dams, and so on. And this living lab is part of the curriculum. And if someone is taking live-in lab, they will be staying in the villages and doing this live-in lab experiments or live-in lab sessions. So they can dispense one course to compensate for whatever they do in live-in labs. Then internships are compulsory for third year students. They have to associate themselves with nearby industries or industries which they are familiar. And internship, after completing the internship, they will be coming back to the campus. They will be explaining the professors what they learned in the stipulated period, and they have to earn a credit for that. And then we have something called SAE and in-course and other chapters where they will try to apply whatever they have learned in the classroom, satisfying the ethics they are supposed to follow in the industry. So in that way, we are grooming the students in such a way that they are integrating whatever they have learned in the class immediately in the same semester, not in the later semesters, but in the same semester.
Yes, sir.
Sudhir, just to add to Dr. Karthik,
Yes, sir.
yeah, see, one of the biggest strength we have are these industry-sponsored labs. And when these industry-sponsored labs are there, we get problems directly from the industrial field. Say, like in our labs, many of the times, if one of the main subjects are this machine design and bearings and all those things. So when this industry, they come and they give us this problem statement, they give us the problem statement which actually requires all the calculations, the stress calculation, the, how the bearing is, which is the bearing, where the race is, failures in the bearing. So the student, he or she learns that subject in classroom, and these people, when they come and work with us, they see the real component. And this is which is one of the experiential learning, you can say hands-on. Apart from obviously what Dr. Karthik has already mentioned, they go to the live-in labs where they come up with solutions, which is fantastic solutions. So these two components, we have all of us, all of our colleagues are having these labs. So, and it is always full with the students. And that is one of the main strength we have in Amrita, that the students are actually exposed to the failures of those mechanical components before they are actually going on field. So that is how in Amrita, the experiential learning actually takes place.
Yes, sir, that you rightly said, when they are getting actually a real hands-on experience of the actual problem faced by the industry. But you see today, sir, we live in a rapidly changing world. Actually, I don't know what jobs will be there in the future. Maybe as a faculty, as a student, you might have a scope or an idea. But the thing is, industry demands are changing day by day. How actually, as a university, do we have any ecosystem, or in what ways does our university prepare our graduates to the dynamic demands of the industry? Not only the industries that are collaborated with us, but the industries that are existing globally, which might have different demands. We might not be in sync with them. So how actually our ecosystem is helping our students to actually get into that kind of ecosystem, and how we are helping them? Can you just let us
Udil, the question is to me.
it's for to I think Baumik sir. I think maybe you can add
anyone, no problem.
Yeah.
See, first of all, if we look into the syllabus, as my colleague Dr. Karthik has already highlighted, that every time there is a heavy revamping of the syllabus, and this syllabus is not made only with the academic people. The industries are invited. Those invitees are directly from the core mechanical engineering. So they give us these inputs, that what is to be changed, what is to be removed, what is to be put in. Now in mechanical engineering, our courses are having AI and ML subjects. Now, if you just think about a mechanical engineer who knows how to implement AI and ML in developing a new material, that itself is a big concept, and which is actually being done in Amrita. So those students, they are working on AI and ML tools, a core engineer knows the subject well, knows core mechanical well, knows software coding because all codings also starts, knows the advanced soft computing techniques. So everything is there. So this is how with the global, how the global demand is coming up, we are making our students like that. So gone are the days when we used to study, as Dr. Karthik and Dr. Undi has already said, that we used to talk about, only with lathe machines, only on planners and shapers. Those days have gone actually. So we
Seeing,
learned, yeah, we
seeing a
learned
CNC machine is a big achievement.
exactly. So
Yes, sir.
it used to be a very big achievement. Now the students are, they are doing AI and ML courses at their minor courses. So those are already there. Theory is there. They know the tools to implement in core mechanical engineering. So they are ready for the present market. So there is no dilemma that mechanical engineering is still that 20 years old. Amrita has revamped its full syllabus, full curriculum. Last 2 years, we have been working, all of us have been working very closely with industries. And the result is also being seen. So many industries, there are so many footfall of industry in the campuses. So we have all our students placed in very high core industries, the industrial projects coming up. So
Just
these
to
are
add to
the,
it, sir,
yeah,
just to
yes,
add to it, the present batch, mechanical engineering, 70% of them are placed in core companies.
correct,
Oh, that's very
exactly,
nice
And
to
we
hear.
have the guest lectures from industries. There are
exactly.
invited guest lectures from industries. Frequently, they visit and then they elaborate the trends in the latest trends in the industry.
Yes, sir.
And not
Uh,
only from domestic industry, there are industry people from, from various foreign, US and all. They
Oh,
also visit. When they come to visit their counterparts in India, they make up a point to visit our labs because that is where the future lies for their recruitment. So when they come, they see the students and they directly come and interact with the students first.
yeah.
So those are the environments which is very rare in many of the other institutions, which makes Amrita, yeah, to be
Yes, sir.
very
I
experiential
would like to
and
add few
Add
more.
to you, sir, to add
Yes,
to
sir.
you, some of the alumni used to visit regularly and they will share their experience with
Yeah,
their
Yes, sir.
exactly.
juniors. We
Was
encourage them.
about to say the same.
yes, yes,
Rightly
yes.
pointed out by Karthik sir. In fact, if you look at the overall perspective to engineering, every 4 years, that's the timeline that we revamp our curriculum, our syllabus. And when it is taken into consideration how much of difference is there from the previous to the current, I can easily say it is more than 50% is completely revamped. As rightly mentioned by Bhaumik sir, the requirement of industry is fast evolving, and we require not just mechanical skills but also IT essential skills as well. And we at Amrita ensure that all the students know basic programming, coding, and also they are well adapt with all the core mechanical subjects as well. Now, what happens is that if see AI and ML, they are only tools. If you don't have the right domain knowledge and you apply this AI ML, it's not going to give any solution. It's just going to throw out some random numbers which may not make any sense. So the right domain knowledge will always be ensured in our curriculum and syllabus.
Yes, sir. To add to that, sir, Unikrishnan, sir, my next question is for you. Actually, today, I mean, we live in a world, marks are secondary, skills are primary. Actually, because I don't know how it happened because of the faculties, rigorous training or rigorous teaching, everybody is getting good grades, everybody is getting good CGPAs. But when the industries are coming for hiring them or for placements, they are asking what skills you have rather than how much CGPA or rather than how much marks you have. What do you think as a mechanical engineer? What kind of skills are the most essential for them? As a mechanical engineer, these are the must and should skills you should have. Can you please let us know, sir?
So I would like to add, the attached question. Some of these in the question answer session, some questions have also been
Yes,
posted.
sir. Yes.
I would like to answer them as well, which is related to this. See, in general, the industry scenario, I don't know whether the recipients of this, August gathering has ever heard about, Industry 4.0. Now it is quickly evolving into Industry 5.0. These are all internet-based manufacturing process. So it is a challenge for a mechanical engineer to have the right balance of all that is there in the IT domain as well as in the mechanical domain. And very quickly to add answer to one of the questions there. So someone was asking why mechanical engineers are getting placed in IT sector. Let me clarify that. See, the IT sector, you don't call them IT sector anymore. It is engineering solutions providers. They don't work in just making some code or making some website or making some app. They also work on how to secure a network, because these devices, IoT based devices, are working in internet. The safety and security of that device, only a mechanical engineer will know in what manner this machine can misbehave if someone from outside hacks into the machine. So see, it's not the placement is only in IT. Actually, it is IT essential solutions. And India is having a lot of potential in IT background, and we have been growing ever since the IT boom of 2000. A lot of these companies now provide IT solutions. I'm emphasizing this word again and again because that is one of the cost-effective methods of solving problems. I hope I have answered both the
Yes, sir.
questions.
Yes, sir. That's rightly answered
Just
today.
to interrupt, sir.
Yes, sir. We can. We
Sudhir sir,
can. It's,
I saw two questions which are really interesting
yes, sir.
from an anonymous attendee. They are
Yes, sir.
more worried about less openings in mechanical engineering than IT. The
Okay.
beginning itself, I told in the last year, the current batch, which is passing out this year, 70% of the students have secured job in core mechanical engineering. So it is about how you prepare, how you get trained. We have a dedicated CAR team which focuses more on training you for placements, and no need to worry if you join in Amrita. And
Karthik sir,
two questions
just
are
to
more worried
add
about. Just a minute.
add
Two
one
questions
point.
are more worried about
Okay,
getting
about girl students, there
again.
was about girl
Yes.
students also. Actually, along the line of what you have said, girl students are the first one to get placed.
Correct.
They don't
Yes.
have to go through any of this toiling across the semester. First company, first shot, they get in. That's it. They don't have to, wait for unless until I mean unless otherwise your CGPA is that poor, which generally is not the scenario. So, girl students, you have an amazing option to come into mechanical, and I can say for sure that you will get into a core industry without a doubt. And there are even companies which provide scholarships for girl students specifically, not
Yes.
just restricting to. Yeah, I think Karthik sir, you can continue.
No,
Sorry.
most of them are placed in very good companies with a higher CTC than boys.
Oh, it's very good to hear, sir, because my next question is actually answered how a gender biased or diversity inclusion is there in mechanical engineering. Is there any biases or prejudices like this exist? I think you already answered that. But Karthik, sir, my question is for you actually. We live in a world that is getting automated actually with the help of the technologies that are there. There is a continuous automation of manufacturing process or automation of the repetitive tasks that are there. How actually robotics in the automation industries are actually changing the way mechanical engineers work, or are they part of this transformation, or what role exactly mechanical engineers are playing in this?
As we said, the curriculum itself is designed in such a way with the core competence, whatever they gain with this
Yes.
curriculum, they can handle themselves in any field of engineering, whether it is process design, instrumentation, or it may be, as you said, IT or robotics. The curriculum will support any of the fields. because the core engineering skills they gain here in mechanical engineering will be helpful. Maybe Unikrishnan can add on that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you see, we have courses like design thinking, which completely transforms the way you approach a problem. I've been associating with design thinking team in our department, and I've been teaching this course. And uh, the kind of there is something called as an attitude to solve a problem, and setting the right attitude to solve the problem is what is essential, and that too with empathy towards mankind. You can solve $100 million question, but it may not be sustainable. So, and just to add on to what Karthik sir has mentioned a few minutes back, see, uh, uh, these automation robotics courses, they can cater to mechanical engineering. Okay, but if you see the other way around, can they cater? The other way around actually, mechanical engineers can cater to the automation robotics area, but the other way around is not possible because they don't have the basic functional background of mechanical engineering core courses. So what happens is that you have to inculcate the kind of the kind of thinking and the kind of thought process to evolve naturally, and that we are nurturing a lot. I think Bhaumik sir also will agree to my opinion.
Yes, yes, that is 100% true in Amrita, as Dr. Uni has already um, pointed out. The design thinking. Design thinking is one of the subject which is being taught in all the campuses. Like here, I also teach this subject, and the way the thoughts or the ideas flow, the process from a product initiation to a product development, what are the things which goes on, it is being taught at that level. So this is how all those courses are being compiled in such a way that all the mechanical engineers, they are equipped to cater to any of the branches. So as correctly said by Dr. Rooney, that it is always the mechanical engineering which has got a very vast and varied sort of scopes rather than the other way. So
Yes.
also if you see, like you will find mechanical engineering in every phase of life. That I have, from my experience, I have seen that. I have seen a mechanical engineer in software you talk about. I used to remember when we were in our college days, I heard someone told me that let us see that book, that was written by a mechanical engineer. Right, so that time we used to read his book. Now coming to the high end, the space technologies, everywhere, and at the end of the day, it is something like you have to deal with the mechanical components. So a mechanical component, a mechanical engineer will be there in terms of materials. He will be there in terms of designing the component. Then also when it comes to the design thinking, he is there to look into the product development, product launch. So all those things are very carefully being catered to the student. So this becomes how this mechanical engineer post is actually accepted by the society.
Sir, Bhaumik sir, to add to that, I just want to ask in continuation to that one more question to you. Because when Unnikrishnan sir told, we make our students problem solvers, but keeping in mind that they can provide a sustainable solution. So one thing which I picked up. So today, actually, that is one of the most important trend that is actually is happening, particularly in areas such as renewable energy or any advanced materials or smart manufacturing. Can you please let us know any such current trends in these areas, especially in renewable energy or advanced materials or smart manufacturing? Any current
Yes.
trends that is happening?
Yeah. See, sustainability has been the major or the prime focus in Amrita. So all our research works, we always target towards sustainability. So if we look into I'll always come back to the research labs, because these are where we work almost 24 hours a day. So if we see most of our problems, or the research problems which we get from the industries or the academic research problems, many of the research problems works on the energy conservation. So that is one of the major factor in sustainability. Secondly, as my colleagues have already pointed out, the live-in labs. So giving them the sustainable solutions, which takes care of, the economic solution. You cannot, as an engineer, we always have to look into what is the cost of the product which comes out. So if the cost is very high, therefore it will not be sustainable. So those are the experiences which the student gets, like the in living labs and the design thinking classes. So those are the main sustainable work which we do. Apart from that, as you correctly mentioned, our colleagues, they work on renewable energies. We have separate research groups for energy research groups. We have groups for materials, working on sustainable materials, developing from biodegradable lubricants to biodegradable products. We have research groups which are working on energy, building energies, right? Energy which is being taken up by building. So we have a lot of sustainable research which goes on. The list is actually endless.
Yes,
so yeah, so there are all of my colleagues, they are all working. That is very true. Yeah.
yes, sir. So I think it's good to say our university. So, Karthik sir, anything to add?
In between, I have taken a question from that type
Yes. Yes,
questions.
sir.
Okay. One question was whether CFD is trained or CFD is taught in the curriculum. Yes, CFD is a elective, and you have a dedicated lab for that. And you also have some CAD/CAM rated courses where the recent softwares will be introduced to you as a part of curriculum or as a certified courses. So in the evenings, you can join those certified courses and then get the certification too, in addition to whatever you learn in the main course.
Yes, sir. Sir, in Karthik, sir, in addition to this, sir, I just want to your inputs. Why? Because today, when Bhaumik sir and you sir told, we have lots of groups that actually encourages students to come up with research, come up with papers, and we have people helping them in doing these things. And our curriculum is actually aligned with industry. Today, the situation is instead of becoming a job seeker, become a job giver. So become an entrepreneur. So having entrepreneurial mindset for any engineer today is primary. That is the main thing actually. Everybody wants to have their own company. Everybody wants to
Great.
innovate, come up with have an idea. But currently, our university fosters innovation and entrepreneurship. Are there any examples that you can
Yeah.
take or explain these kind of entrepreneurial companies that came out of our university? They are leading
More
industries
than
now.
that, we have a ACME, okay,
Okay.
association run by our department, and then we have a cell, okay, which takes care of entrepreneurship. Some of our alumni have established themselves as entrepreneurs. To quote few, a person is there who takes care of that something like coffee day, yes, and entrepreneurship, and some of them into the choir industry, and we encourage students to do entrepreneurship too. There is a entrepreneurship cell which is taken care by CAR, so they can be part of that too. And while doing internships also, they will come across something related to that entrepreneurship.
To add to that, just to follow up, will there be any funding also that happens from our university side to them to start up actually, because the initial funding might be required, or only in terms of ideology we do that? Can you please let us
Technology business incubation is something which is taken care by the corporate and industry relations department, rightly mentioned by Karthik sir, CIR in short. They nurture young entrepreneurs who have very bright ideas, who need some kind of support. So this technology business incubator allows them to set up their startup in our campus, where in which they'll be fostered, nurtured, mentored to become fully grown companies. So, see, every now and then you hear about startups, right? So, uh, it's all about how the student thinks about a problem. Okay, and startups can only be as good as the level of involvement of the student. So we have seen several such startups who are currently inside the campus. I think there is one robotics company already under mechanical department who is mentored by our department. So likewise, we have a lot of possibilities and opportunities, provided the student has the right aptitude.
To add to Dr. Uni, we Amrita actually supports a lot, in fact, in patenting also. We have a very dedicated patent team. In fact, some of our students have gone to the extent of trademark of one of their products, and which was totally supported by Amrita Patent Office and the lawyers, and they are every time they take care of each and every details. So as Dr. Uni has already indicated, yes, the students, his enthusiastic approach, working with the other interdisciplinary members, if they are really interested, Amrita doesn't actually takes any step behind to support. They go to the extreme limit. We have all those things what we are saying are happening. So that is why I told the trademarking by a product by a student group. You do not, like, we cannot sometimes imagine the way they design, they do. Yeah, that is absolutely fantastic. It's been given in our
Just to add,
department.
the robotics company's name is Ananya Robotics. It is
Okay.
currently getting nurtured in the department.
Yes.
Oh, it's good to hear, sir. Since because having an entrepreneurial mindset is very important today, and since we are already doing it, that's very good to see. And sir, Karthik sir, before we move on to the last segment, because can you just please name some of the companies that we are collaborated with and providing or getting internships from, or any industry collaborations that we have, or opportunities for a student in third year or a final year? Can you please name them if it will be helpful for our aspirants?
You mean to? I want you to. You're expecting me to say the names, the companies.
Internship opportunities after third year. What kind of internship they get into, either only into IT industries or any manufacturing?
Manufacturing and IT.
IT. So can you name any examples so that they'll understand these are the companies they have opportunities from the join?
Say for example, BHEL.
Okay.
BHEL, SAIL.
Okay.
They can also think about the companies like LG Equipments in Coimbatore, or any other company related to manufacturing in Chennai.
Okay.
Yeah, like we also have the companies like Mosul Lubricants who actually sponsors students for their internships. In fact, they sponsor them with stipends to undergo internships. Yeah. So there are many of the industries. Like we can imagine the amount of an investment they do in those labs. So definitely all those industries, any industry we name, the placement, if they look into all our placement, the catalog, you will find the logo of those in any of those industries there. And most of them are core. It's not that it's of IT, because core engineering there is. So that is what, like, one of the main important thing is we actually keep it in mind that there is no, I was just going through one of the questions. So it is very interesting. It says that how competitive the world is when coming to mechanical. I told, yes, it is competitive, but we need to look into the skill set. Dr. Uni has already pointed out that the skill set is very important. And in Amrita, you are given that skill set. You are a core engineer with a strong foundation of your subject. You are a core engineer with the AI/ML tools. You know how to predict, because at the end of the day, when people talk about these models, AI models, it is at the end, most of the time, you have to sit with an expert. Now, when the expert himself knows the foundation, the main essence of the subject, so definitely that becomes one of the strong point for any company to recruit you, because I am getting an subject expert, I'm getting a person who knows the tools for me, so it's done for me. So that is one of the question which I wanted to answer. So you are safe. You are now given up with the full package.
Yes, sir.
Just to add to that internship question, Sudhir sir,
Yes, sir.
I missed out that. Robert Bosch, then
Yes.
LG Equipments. They
Okay.
have association with Amrita Coimbatore,
Oh, it's good,
in
sir.
general with Amrita, so they
Yes.
can take internships.
No.
They will not have any issues in taking our students for internships.
Yes, sir. It's good to hear the big names in mechanical. I mean,
To add to Karthik sir point, there's a company called Course 5I. I stands for intelligence. They do core data analytics, and the people heading those companies are all veterans coming from US or across the globe, and they are offering elective course for our mechanical engineering students specifically because they want core knowledge. And once the student goes through that course, and if he gets a decent CGPA, he is given an internship which is paid, not like just to give them an understanding of what the industry is. They are getting paid for doing their job. So, in many ways, I think we are diversifying, and we are in the realm of cutting edge technologies seeping into our day to day lives.
yes, sir. To add to that, sir, Unnikrishnan sir, as you told, since cutting edge technologies and our day-to-day life applications, just one thing which we can't ignore when we talk about mechanical engineering is automobile industry or automotive industry, because this is people consider actually this is as a separate segment also sometimes, automobile industry or automotive industry. But as a core mechanical engineer, what kind of role they are playing in this automotive industry, because especially in current day scenario, you see, we are having autonomous vehicles, and we are having all this automation and smart actual technology that is there. So if you just explain what are the implications a mechanical engineer is facing because of this autonomous driving and shared mobility, or is it helping him or is it affecting him, the whole automobile industry, what are the trends, can you just please give a
It
brief note on
is
this?
more of a supportive in the sense, it is actually giving a lot of opportunities for mechanical engineering students because, see, autonomous vehicles, they run in a lot of data and data analytics. However, if you don't know how to collect the data, at which point you have to collect the data, what data should be considered, what data should not be considered, that can only be done by a domain engineer. And therefore I would say that electrification of vehicles and smart grid, smart cities, all this, it is just opening up a horizon of challenges to mechanical engineers, and it's not just stopping there. It is growing in demand as well. So I think it's not going to take away jobs from mechanical engineering, provided you are upskilling them at the right level, and we are sure that we are doing 100% for that.
Yes, to add to Dr. Uni's, I'll just continue that. See, one of the automotive companies which was in our lab, they hired one of the student who was working on pistons. So there is always an engine and there is always a piston, right? So the student project was in line with that, and due to which during the interview he was taken. Secondly, there is one more student who was interviewed only on the questions which was done on the project which he has done, which is pure mechanical, that is on the surface treatments. So it is something like mechanical engineer is the core. This is the core engineering subject. If he is good in the core engineering subject, any of the, see, automotive industry, the aerospace industries, so there will be only some subjects which will be slightly different. But at the end of the day, these are all the core subjects which are common for all those branches. So a mechanical engineer, he works in any of the aerospace companies. He also works in, I meet a lot of mechanical engineer in Chennai, because in those automotive industry, Chennai is known as the Detroit of,
Yes, sir.
yeah. So there are so many of them are basically or mechanical engineers. In fact, I find very less amount of people who are BTech in automotive, to be very true. So people, industry also, they also want to take a mechanical engineer who will have a knowledge of all the subjects rather than to be a very specific. And that is one of the most
Adding
important thing.
to Bhaumik sir's point, see placements perspective. If I'm talking about the placement perspective, the companies are looking at the willingness of a student to learn.
Yes,
Whether you are really good at a particular topic, or whether you're going to really have a very good skill set, all that they're going to test is, are you ready to adapt to their company scenarios? Are you ready to learn new technologies? Are you ready to move forward? If that kind of an attitude is existing, I think mechanical engineering is the branch that they should join. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
so connecting to Unni's answer, see, there is one question. The real fact is mechanical engineering have less openings than IT, even though we are interested in mechanical engineering. Due to trend of job market, we are forced to choose IT, right?
Yes, sir.
So I'd like to know the job market for mechanical engineering. So
Sir, I
when,
have a contradicting statement here because
yeah,
today I see the core engineerings are on the rise because of the surveys that are happening. Because
yes,
more demand is there, since there is a huge shift that is happening. Why?
true,
Because there are automations that are coming with the help of AI, which actually is affecting more IT. I mean, to
absolutely,
current survey,
absolutely,
it's actually affecting more IT than the core engineering branches. So
correct.
I'll suggest in the next 5 10 years there will be more demand for the core engineering branches than actual a CSE or an AI branch, that I can say, as per the surveys that are currently is
That
happening.
is true. Like also you look into the defense sector, it is coming up in a big way.
Yes, yes, yes.
Right, so materials, the mechanical engineering is coming up in a big way. And also see, we have been, all my colleagues, we have been in this core mechanical engineer past 17 years. We were all into industry, so we have never found that there is, in fact, after a few days, if we are not having good mechanical engineers, there will be a huge gap. There is a huge gap now. There's a lot of vacancy.
Okay.
And now with this AI ML being introduced into the core engineering, I think this will be the end of the companies will have a lot of options. You have a
Just
good
to add to it,
student.
sir, Suprajit sir, just
Yes,
to add to it, mechanical engineers have more adaptability than rest
true.
of the engineers. That is a
Exactly,
truth
exactly,
which you can see in any industry.
Very true.
exactly.
Mechanical
Very true.
engineers
Yeah.
can cater to many needs,
Right,
Yes.
right.
not
That
like
is
electrical or electronics.
yes,
Yes, sir.
exactly.
Sir, since time is not there, I'll just ask one final question before we have the closing statements. Because today every student's dream is to study abroad. Because I want to actually do my research or do my final year abroad. Are there any foreign university
Yeah.
collaborations that Amrita offers actually in terms of student exchange or
Amrita has got student exchange programs where we encourage students to go there and then pursue their courses. There is a program called the 3+2 program where 3 years they will be in Amrita doing their BTech, 2 years they will be doing their master degree in abroad.
okay?
Yes.
Are there any universities? Can you name, sir, any one or two universities?
Grenoble,
Okay.
Yeah. Grenoble is there. Then you have Politecnico di Milano in Italy.
Okay.
Yeah, I think if you look at, I mean, along with that, I would like to
Website.
answer one question here.
Uh,
One person has asked, he's interested in physics. So I know right now one of my student who has, graduated his PhD from Purdue in physics.
okay.
Okay, so it's all about physics, chemistry, maths, the blend, and mechanical is fully covered or drenched in that. So you cannot say that for a person who is interested in physics, mechanical is a wrong choice. No, it is actually a very good choice, because you can apply or you can find an application where the physics needs to be applied.
we apply
Actually,
more physics and maths
more
than
physics.
chemistry.
Yeah, there's some more of
Exactly.
physics. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Yes, sir. So, students, you have just 2 minutes to post your questions because I know the time is there. Just 2 or 3 minutes. Take your time to
Some of
post.
them are worried about the how to get admission, how many
Uh,
seats are available in each campus.
Students, don't worry. See, I'll give one advice to all the students today. Don't prepare yourself for any entrance just to crack the cutoff marks. or just to get into any university or any degree. One advice to all the attendees today is, no matter where you join, where you study, it all depends on you. If you have the passion, interest towards any course or any subject which you are pursuing, you will get success automatically. Don't just ask these kind of questions where how much how much actually uh, how much cutoff is required, or how much how many seats are there, because don't worry about these things. Give your 100%, give your wholehearted effort, automatically you'll get there. Okay, so please post questions related to mechanical engineering, because for admission related we have whole Friday available to us. So the fee structure
We have one
everything.
question.
Yes, yes.
I'll just cut short. Okay. We have one question which says that they require some, information regarding the number of seats and other details. I think uh, Sudhir is the right person to answer those questions.
Yes.
Anything related to mechanical? Yes, we
Yeah,
three
there
options
is
are
one
there.
question. Is it, there is some research on these engines with new
Yes.
technologies. Yeah. So any of the campuses you join, so all the campuses are actually equipped with very good research labs. Like in Chennai campuses, you will find equipments which are going up to 400, 500 degrees centigrade. All our students work in high temperature work, okay, which is almost near to these engines. Engine labs we have in Coimbatore, you have a very good
Automobile
engine lab.
testing facility.
Yes, ATS is there. So research, as my colleagues have already highlighted, we are a research-driven university. So, so you have
Just to
all the
add
things.
to Baumik sir's statement there, we have a state-of-the-art technology for automotive testing, where a whole car, that's a chassis itself, can be tested. And it's in collaboration with ATS, that is Automotive Testing, and they are providing now a slow transition into electrical vehicles as well. So there is a considerable amount of investment happening in tune of crores in developing this kind of technologies, and that too which is going to be done by the students, not just by the lab staff or someone or the faculty. The students definitely form part of the team. Okay. And I think about the hype, I think someone is asking what are the specific fields in mechanical which are hype in this generation. See, it's not about the hype. I would say that don't go behind the hype. Hype will die down pretty soon. It would last for maybe a couple of years, 4 years, 5 years, that's it.
Hype is
But
a bubble.
yes, exactly. It is a bubble. It is about to burst. Any given point of time, it will burst. So don't go behind the hype. If you are behind the hype, I think some other circuit branches or CSC courses would be a very good option. But if you are behind, technical subject knowledge, I think mechanical is the right place. And to just a closing remark, I will add here that there were questions where aerospace, mechanical, automation, robotics, are these the courses which are now currently in line with the trends that are happening? Yes, definitely they are currently in trend. But if you look at, as rightly mentioned by Baumik sir, if you look at such industries, they are all headed or pioneered by mechanical engineers, and rightly mentioned by Karthik sir. A mechanical engineer can adapt so quickly that no other engineering stream is able to do it. I think I'll close my this thing here.
Yeah, Dr. Uni,
Thank you.
one question, it's a quick doubt. Do you think because of all the electric vehicle, the mechanical field will lose the scope?
I
See,
think I
when you,
answered it few seconds
yes,
back.
yeah. So
No, still
also
we need
like,
chases. Still we need
yes,
chases. We need stability. We need
correct.
control.
So
Yes.
everything is there. And once you come to the campuses, you will find that actual research is happening in EVs in all the campuses. So
Yes.
you talk about battery management, you talk about the electric failure in the things, engine fluids, everything is there.
Yes,
No,
And
yes.
few
about this,
parts are replaced, not everything. Few
yeah,
parts of
especially
automobile are replaced by electronic systems.
yes, the specialization in electric vehicles. I think you can browse through the website. I think different campuses provide different specializations, and I'm pretty sure that electric vehicle specialization for mechanical engineering students is available. That's
Yeah.
my rough understanding.
Yes, sir. I think we had a very good discussion before I sum it up and summarize. Students, there is a small survey about which campus you are interested to join. I suggest all of you answer this question before I summarize whatever we have discussed today. But I can't take our esteemed faculty's time beyond this actually. And sir, it's a very fruitful discussion actually. I see a lot of students asking genuine questions that are actually in line with or inspiring them to pursue mechanical engineering. I say today, actually, I also got inspired mechanical engineer who is one such core engineering branch that has vibrant opportunities, not only for one domain. Today, these people can go into IT sector, these people go into manufacturing, these people can go into healthcare sector. The opportunities are plenty. So I know a lot of students want to talk with you in person also. Don't worry, students. We will arrange a one open house day where you can come interact with our faculty in person, see the labs and all. But I suggest all of you to first complete this poll that we have launched. And I see only 52 people answered the poll. Please answer the poll, all of you. To end this session, I think these kind of sessions happens every weekly, and we will be interacting with you and getting you more awareness about these kind of engineering branches, scope, opportunities. And today, as a mechanical engineer, you are the main problem solver, and you are the person who has more tools at your disposal to solve that problem. So that's what I'll take from this session. Actually, that's what you need to understand. All the students, don't keep any pretext, or before choosing a branch, don't listen to others. Choose it by your skills, choose it by your interest and passion. Don't go with trends, don't go with advisors that are people who are giving. I know a lot of people get advices from their relatives or some your father's colleagues and all. You got the advisors today from the faculty why it is beneficial to join mechanical engineering. So please listen to this once or twice before you make this decision. And I thank our faculty actually who took their time to take part in this, and we will be having more sessions like this. I would like to give us time like this so that we can have more interactive sessions with our aspirants in the coming days. Once again, a heartfelt thank you to all three of you. We're looking forward to interact with you again, and all the attendees. Thank you so much. See you soon on next Wednesday for aerospace session.
Sudhir sir, I think there are a lot of questions in the question answer. I guess you can take some time to answer those questions after
Yes,
the
yes.
session.
Yes. We can answer this, sir. I'll be actually sharing some of the questions with you, and we will be sending the FAQ with the recording to all the students.
Okay.
So these questions, whatever we have got, we will share the recording with all of them with the questions that they have raised. Yes, sir.
So
Thank you.
there is a question like, is there a chance that CSE AI/ML take over the mechanical engineering jobs through their software simulation as mechanical engineer work is sheer practical? No, my
Yes.
dear, this will never happen.
Okay.
Will you get your hunger done with by ordering something in Swiggy? Unless it comes to you, it is not going to quench your thirst or hunger, right? For that, mechanical engineering is needed. There's no doubt about it. It's
Yes.
only enablers. These IT, it's only
See,
Just
enablers.
placing it
AI/ML
order
is
in.
actually a tool. These are all tools, right, which are implemented. So, like one in our in Chennai campuses, in all other campuses, we all we use this AI/ML as tools, and we do a lot of industry research on that. So, if you ask, like like as we were all discussing, that the subject expert is there, and we know the tools. So that is actually a very deadly combination.
Yes, sir. That's right. That's right to hear. Actually. Some questions. I think we have answered almost all of the questions. related to that, and since the time is almost 7:10, so let's say a final advice to our aspirants, and I hope some of them will come and meet you after
Sure.
our counseling process and join our mechanical program. So we'll be looking forward to that, so that they can come back and say, I have attended this program of yours, sir, and I got inspired to join mechanical. Thank you, sir. Thank you once again, Subrajit sir, Karthik sir, and Unikrishnan sir. Have a good day and
Thank
bye,
you.
sir.